What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in the game of Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release on YouTube, and I stream on Twitch weekdays in the winter. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Come along the ride with me. For today's episode, we're going to be doing our Risk Week in Review, where we talk about the current events, news in the Risk game and community. And we do some Kill Pete Strategy Discord Q&A questions. So folks, get your questions in there. If there is any way that you would like me to answer your questions, I can't always get to it in the YouTube comments. I can't always get to it in the Twitch chat. The best way to get your questions answered is heading on down to the Kill Pete Strategy Discord. Throw them in that Q&A and we will get them done in priority sequence. Haitsung would just like everyone to know that he is a shitbag. You don't have to time him out. He's kidding. He's kidding, Gando. He's making a joke. I like the joke. Yeah, I'll time him out for 1 second. You are not a shitbag, sir. You are a fine competitor and a friend of mine. Haitsung, getting eliminated, that we had the first cutoff in the tournament. Let's talk about it, folks. Let's talk about it. Settings for round 2 were Europe Advanced caps, semi-auto with stable portals, blizzards, and fog progressive caps. Okay, so this is our first cutoff. We were cutting from from over 1,000 players to top 300 approximately. So the cutoff was 24 points. So we end up with 314 competitors still alive in this tournament. Ellie Canning got 23. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't quite make the cut. Had a really strong, there you are. Had a really strong round 1, but not so good round 2. I'm sorry to hear it. We see a lot of great players getting eliminated. We see a lot of great players making the cut. Look who squeaks by, former champion under the gun. Still alive in the tournament. Who else jumps out to my mind? Look at Mallory. Almost got the heartbreak of the cut, but she's still in it, folks. Silent Legend. Great to see. Riedel's still alive. Leona. We got Flacco. My double target in the former season of the Assassins tournament. Hey, Mike's still good. That's great to see Mike's still alive. I'm just taking a quick look at Von Agarwal. Good luck to you this season, sir. Let's keep it going. Dino, 29 points. Very nice. Lead General DVD. I'm just scrolling up this. Risky Phil, I'm very happy to see. I've always wanted to see a big tournament from Phil, sitting at 30 points. With 15 and 15, that's great. I did one better, 16 and 16 myself. There's Panties looking good. Speedster, 31 points. Amerigo as well. Awesome. Amerigo, former top ranked player in the world and a friend of mine. So my score was back-to-back 2nd and 2. So I got 2nd place, which is 10 points for placement in my round 1 game and 2 kills. And then I duplicated that result in round 2. Finley as well, sticking good. Finley, former finalist and top player through and through. Sterling sitting at 33 and Baldwin at 32. Nice. So 32 points is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 way tie for 76th place. Awesome. Sterling's still alive. We're gonna have to watch out for him. He's a former champion as well. Hey, Arco looking good at 36 points. Winifred the Elder, Kuhl, 1 shot, all sitting at 38. Fantastic. And Mamba, 38 points. Chris, 38 points. Now we're getting right up to the top of the card. Truth Powers, 39 points. Saber. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 way tie for 5th place. Case Carp, the defending champion, Fonty13, General Bavsar 13925, Jonathan, Rudolph the Daddy, X Zombie, and Yar and a 4-way tie for first place. Congratulations, having awesome opening rounds to EG Sneaks, General Quatch, Lena Kitty, and Stay Facto. I'm wishing everyone who's still alive in this tournament the best of luck. I hope you guys had as much fun as you can have. One thing I am doing, we have a bit of a controversy regarding the settings for round 2. So one thing I am doing in that regard is I made a post on my YouTube community post. We did a quick poll. If you want to go to my YouTube, youtube.com/@thekillpetestrategy/community, you can check out this poll that I've set up. And I hope I haven't biased the results too much, because I'm more interested in collecting data than I am in editorializing my own opinion, because I feel like my own opinion has been stated and I've said it again and again. So what we'll do is we'll collect the data and then I will go over what I think. So the 5 categories that we voted on were: I loved the round 2 settings, currently sitting at 11%. This is just after the first 334 votes. So get your votes in. Second option to select was: I thought the round 2 settings were fine but not great, sitting at 25%. Then we have the currently largest category is: I disliked the round 2 settings but hope for better ones to come, which is an optimistic but fair criticism. Sitting at 2% is: I hated the round 2 settings and it's unlikely I'll compete again, which is nice to see that only 2% of the audience, and I have a very vocal minority in my YouTube comments, which is why I'm collecting data, right? I have a vocal minority of people who are like, I fucking hate this. And fair enough, you're allowed to state your displeasure. But I'm much more, hey, Reg, how do you feel about the round 2 set? He doesn't like them either. I'm more interested in collecting the data because I want to know. It's not just about making one person happy or unhappy, right? I want to know what will produce the most fun settings for the most people. And the final one I would just like to say might be me editorializing a little bit. Caps is not competitively viable for tournament play, sitting at 25%. Okay, yeah, I agree. You only get extremes in the comment. Exactly. So I'm looking for a more measured approach before I can take this to other staff, other tournament organizers, and say, here is an argument. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to say this is bullshit and you should listen to me. I'll be like, here's what we probably should do if we are interested in what my opinion the most important thing is: maximizing fun for the most amount of people. I think all other concerns should be secondary. When we are running a tournament at this scale, the most important thing, in my humble opinion, is that the most amount of people have the most amount of fun. And then we can also use the tournament as some sort of barometer for measuring who is the best overall risk player or whatever, which is a very nebulous notion. And I also talk about that. So just to finish up my thoughts on the settings, I think that progressive capitals is a very, very risky mode to use in this context because of the propensity for it to stalemate. I think that we owe it to our players to be extremely careful how often we choose to use progressive capitals, because asking players to sign a blank check of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, I think some of these games went, is just unreasonable. And when the majority of those 9 hours are spent taking a card in, passing, and waiting for someone else to fuck up or quit or or disconnect from the game, right? Have them accidentally bought out. That doesn't strike me as fun or strategically interesting. So I feel like we owe it to our players, those of us who are responsible for designing these settings, to ensure that the game doesn't stalemate for as much as possible. Sterling's game lasted 11 and a half hours. Wow. Well, did he win? Okay. And the final point I would like to make is there is a common refrain I hear about, well, it's not the settings' fault that the game stalemates, it's the players. To that I say, that's bullshit. It is not the player's fault to do what is correct in their mind to play to win. In the absence of the ability to talk to anyone in the game, there is no way to get out of this situation where we are sitting and we are taking a card and passing. You can't talk to anyone. You can't cheat. So what am I going to do? How do I communicate? Like in my round 2 game where I was playing with Heitsung, right? Heitsung was trying to card block me. And hey, Kitty with the sub. Thank you so much, Kitty. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the support. Heitsung tries to card block me again and again and again. And we're in a 3-player scenario, and the third player is stronger than both of us. So there's no way for me to talk to either of them and be like, hey, Heitsung, why don't we work together to kill this guy? Or the inverse, saying to the other guy, hey, why don't you open my cap so I can take the bounty, take 2nd and 2, right? No way to do that. So the fact of it leaves you in this odd stalemate that's almost risk, but not quite risk. So given that we are in a no collaboration environment, and I'm not trying to change that, I think having no collaboration tournaments are super interesting. I think we owe it to our players to design settings that are the least likely to stalemate, because so many people despise sitting for hours, taking a card and passing, myself included. All right, folks, that is my spiel. And now we would just like a brief interlude from the Schmopus Man. He's not really a progressive capitals guy. He's much more of a fixed world dom grandmaster, right? How are you? You have anything to say to the people? I hope you had fun. Good luck in round 3, you fucks. There you go. There you go, Schmopus Man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down if you're going to sit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Come on down to my my community post if you'd like, and throw up your votes in the comments, and I will use the hyperbolic I hate those settings comments, and I will use the poll as feedback to determine my course of action going forward. I really try my best not to be it's my way or the highway sort of thing. Like I recognize that I stand on top of a soapbox that I have built, and I really try my best not to use that power unwisely. I'm much more interested in doing the thing that is the most fun for the most people, and I'm happy to have that be at my short-term expense, because I feel long-term having the community grow and be the biggest and best it can be is just a win for everybody, right? So I take a long-term view of this. And hey, thank you, FDF86. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you guys. SMG has to create setting for max troops on a cap. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Caps would turn into much more like progressive 70. Patterson11 came across you on YouTube and started playing Risk again. This is my first tournament. Just wanted to say thanks. Keep up the good work. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, it's my honor to be able to help show so many people how great Risk is, and the possibility for fun. Remind you of this game that you knew and love and didn't necessarily know how deep it could be, or how much fun you could have with it. So, okay. Our next order of business. I'm here to start promoting the Grandmasters tournament. So one of the things we did, I think this is Grandmasters tournament season 8. One of the things we did with the GM tournament is GM tournament was originally the premiere of VC in competition, which is something that I think adds that strategic wrinkle, that little extra bit of depth to the game. Dear Pete, you are a stud. Sincerely, Kitty. I never get tired of hearing it. Think you're not too bad yourself. So VC in competition, the way it worked out and has continued to work out in the GM tournament is only the winner advances. So you can talk as much smack as you want to talk, but you can't do this points begging bullshit that seems to have devolved in other forms of VC competition, which is one of the things that Major League Risk on the new competition, the new Major League Risk server, is trying to solve for as well. Okay, so just to promote the Grandmasters tournament, GM tournament season 8, and I think there is. Let me see if I can find it. I'm really bad with Discord, but I think there is a sign up link. GM tournament signups. Here it is. So if you are a Grandmaster, that means 26,000 or higher skill points. You'll always be a Grandmaster. So just take a Hot Bun says, I'm willing to lie about GM. No, just win a couple more games. You're right. I bet you're right there. I bet you're right there, Hot Buns. Here is the sign up form. Come on down to the GM server. Here's the link if you're not already a member of the GM server. It's called Risk Grandmasters Arena. The combined 5-a-side and Grandmaster server. Follow that link. If you've ever been a GM, you qualify. Let's get those butts in the seats. I want to see the biggest and best GM tournament possible. Kilted also formerly had a perfect season, winning first each of his games to advance to winning the entire thing. So one of the best competitors we've ever seen in the game. And Kilt is a fake GM. Yeah, he's about as real as they come, folks. He's about as real as. So go check it out. GM tournament is my favorite tournament. Yeah, I try my best. I think the last 2 seasons. So I've made finals 3 times. I was runner up twice, and last 2 seasons I was knocked out in earlier rounds by being 1 territory off from making the 70. So it's a thing, guys. It's very much a thing. The choking. I need screenshots for proof. Okay. Our next topic that I would like to discuss this week, the first week of February, last week of January, 2023, marks. Fuck, nobody wants to join my fucking game. This week marks the 100th episode of Fixed Friday. So how cool is that? I'm sure I never went into it thinking, A, I would enjoy it to the extent to which I do, and B, thinking that it would become a weekly series that would make it to 100 episodes. But here we are. We did it. So Fixed Friday is now 100 episodes deep. I've made it to GM on the settings. I feel like we've experienced all sorts of the trials and tribulations. We've seen the fake bot out strats. We've seen the scumbag collabs. We've seen the ridiculous comebacks, everything in between. It really is the most classic Fixed World Doms is really the most classic form of the game. So you have to appreciate the depths. You have to appreciate the roots that Risk comes from. And then you really see like guys like Phil, guys like Champ, coming into it with just this incredible depth of strategic understanding, the depth of psychological understanding of your opponents, right? It measures everybody. Don't forget the suicides. Yeah. So I've come to appreciate Classic Fixed. I was really much more of a prog guy when I first came around, but I've really come to appreciate Classic Fixed for what it is. Okay. So come on down this week. The Friday episode will be episode 100 in the playlist of Fixed Fridays. My next topic of conversation is sub games. So I am switching the way I do viewer games on the channel to doing sub games. So if you are a Twitch sub and you have your Twitch linked to your Discord, come on down to the Kill Strategy Discord, and you will see a channel called Subs, and that is where I post the link to the sub games. When I do them, I'll also put it in the chat, and we'll do it that way, because there's no way for me to meet the demand, and I was just experiencing a ton of no fun non-games for me, and you guys also, I'm sure, can appreciate that as the guy sitting here playing the video game. I want to make the best TV show I can make for you guys, but also I have to enjoy the process. Otherwise, I'm just not going to do it. So if there's nothing in it for me, why do the thing? So this is my next attempt at a solution for sub games rather than open viewer games. When does GM signups close? Not for a while. I don't think I don't think this tournament will officially begin on February 27th. And it will last 5 weeks. So you got a lot of time to sign up. So it's a 5-week season starting February 27th. That is the GM tournament now that we are talking about. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't get this game to fire to save my life. Please. Please let me play. Please. I want to play the game. And I'm sure you guys want to watch me play the game. Oh my God, don't leave now. No, we were almost fucking full. No. I hate this so much. Does anyone know at which frequency the seasonal tournaments occur? Yeah, so the current main server free-for-all tournament is being done offset with Risk Legends. So there's always a free-for-all tournament in the works or in progress. I predict a snipe. Hey man, snipe me if you got to. I'm a master, so I might make it in. Yeah, we'll just win a couple of games, right? Just win a couple of games and you'll do it. And I wish you guys the very best of luck. It's not all that outside the realm of possibility to make GM. I don't think it is super challenging. Beats secret ranked name today will be Reggie McRegface. All right, we got a game. Ah, fuck. Well, we got a 5-player game. I mean, I figure you guys would know exactly what I am doing if we're doing the news show. I've been switching between doing pre-recorded for the news show, which probably would have been better because then I wouldn't have had all this dead air. But this is fine. This will work out just fine. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the big news. Laser94, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. All right. We have some very big news to share on the channel. The Kill Strategy will be hosting a developer game. This game will be recorded on the 23rd of February. It's under a month away. What I am going to be doing for this game is I'm going to set up a special channel on my Discord. I want you guys to help me figure out the types of questions we can ask the devs. They are giving us some of their time to talk to us through me. I'm not going to squander this opportunity. Okay? I'm going to set up a channel on my Discord. I'm going to set up a bunch of questions. If there's anything that has ever been on your mind to ask the devs, either upvote questions that I put out there, or create questions of your own, and then I will filter through them and we'll figure out how to ask the devs all of the things that have been on all of our minds, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm using semi-auto setup for this game. So we're playing fixed capitals on classic. Semi-auto setup, so I can just stack up my cap basically and not lose any of my troops. we're going to wait and watch and let people fight amongst themselves. But our players here seem super confused about how to play semi-auto. So this game might drag out a bit. This player might have quit, or they're quite new. Let's see if they've quit. It would be awful to have 2 non-players right at the beginning. Offline? Yeah, whatever. We'll see how people handle that. Lot of delay. Okay. How will I win this game? I'll probably get second place. I'll probably get second place this game. Almost for sure. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just quit early. Who cares? The season is almost over. So given that the current season, which I think is season 8, in the game now, Risk season 8, ranked wise, it's coming to an end tomorrow. We'll see the leaderboard hopefully open up again, and maybe new strategies will become viable. You guys not know how to play semi-auto setup? Hey, Harvest! Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate your enthusiasm getting me into the online game. How do ranks reset? So when the season ends, everyone, no matter where you are in your class, your rank points will reset to the bottom of the class. So if you are a Grandmaster, you'll go back to 26K and so on. Fuel says leaderboard. Let's see who gets to the top this time. Yeah, what is your angle to it, Kuel? You're seeing as how we have the #1 ranked player on free for all and 1v1 in the chat. We can ask him point blank, what is your motivation for sitting at the top of the leaderboard? What are you trying to prove, sir? Because I might do double #1 next season. Yeah, I think you might. It wouldn't shock me if you did. My question for you is why? Do you think the devs will ever fix the fake GM bug? Yeah, probably. Did Pink bot? Probably, yeah. Pink botted. White didn't. Okay, so pink and orange are AIs. Cool. Lemonade. Hey, Pete! Notice that we were matched together for round 3. Good luck. Oh, were we? Good luck to you too, man. Brogan! Thank you for the biddies. Is it okay for us to recommend SMG hire you to the dev team? And in the yes, I would be happy to recommend that. But that would also be a conflict of interest. You guys know I would be happy to help support the development of this game in any capacity that they would want my opinion. Okay, you guys know that. Lemonade is in my group, eh? Let's take a look. So when does Pete play this week? And I can stream it. So Pete is playing Thursday at 2 a.m. UTC with myself, Sakuraba, Lemonade, Vincent, Freedom, All Ask, and Captain Taint Tickler. Oh my goodness. How do you get to the rank of Captain in Tickling Taints? I would love to know. Okay, so Thursday at 2 is 1:12. 9 p.m. Thursday, my time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to stream the game. It's going to be a ton of fun. Is it fog? Oh no, is it fog again? That's lame. Settings for round 3. No, fog is off. I can stream. Fog is off. Yeah. Settings for round 3. Mall St. Michel, 70% domination. Blizzards on, fog off. Portals off. Auto setup. Progressive cards. Expert bot 60. Automated balance splits. Cutoff is approximately top 300 players. Monty and Menta R4. Yeah. My R3 game is Thursday. Don't scare me. 9 p.m. my time. Come for the show, folks. All right. Where were we? What were we talking about? Yeah, 70% progressive. All right. So, looks like this game, the semi-auto setup has taken a whole heck of a while to get the setup started. Don't think Magenta's actually offline. I think they're fake offline, which won't work out very well for them. Yeah, we're still not playing. I know the tedium. Well, you know what? Can't complain about tedious settings when you're the one who sets up the game, right, guys? All right, we're going on to the Kill Pete Strategy Discord Q&A. Folks, get your questions in the mix. Come on down to the Kill Pete Strategy Discord, add your questions to the Q&A, and they will be answered in priority sequence. Our next question is from X Scaliba. Pete Pateman. So I have a question, Pete. I just had a game where me and another player were homies the whole game. Like, not breaking each other's bonuses and letting each other move stacks around if I need. Like, I got a 4 out of their bonus and they wanted to take, etc. Well, game goes on and I get massive E2. I was getting 40 troops a turn on fixed. I couldn't help it, guys. I couldn't help it. I was getting 40 troops a turn on fixed, and I decided because Pink was a homie early game, I was going to give them second. Is there anything wrong with the thinking that way? Would you ever think that way, to intentionally give someone second place because they have been a good neighbor all game? I didn't know of any other players in the lobby, of course, because otherwise it would be cheating. Yeah, I definitely do that. I do that all the time, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Ooh. Where does Magenta cap on the 7? That would be so fun. Just fucks over purple. See, if it was a bot, it would just go, ooh, hello. Would you look at that? Hi. Get fucked. Love it. I love it. The 2 cap open. OMG, guys. OMG. All right, I'm going to think on your question while I refill my cup of coffee, Excalibur. Okay. So a lot of people look at free for all and they wonder, why did this person do this thing, right? Why did the outcome occur the way it occurred? Every single person in a free-for-all game has a different mental state, a different process than your own. They might see the exact same thing completely differently. So what do you do with all that? Well, my style of play always leans towards how can I best model the mental state of my opponent? Because the better I can guess what they're thinking, the better I can play to whatever expectation, right? I can put myself in an advantageous position in an ideal world. I really want to hit that 5. Just don't quite have enough troops. Maybe he continues to overextend. So modeling your opponent's mental state is one of the highest psychological skills in the game of Risk. Figuring out what they want, letting them have what they want, such that you can accrue advantage in the margins. This is the thinking. How do you do that? Well, you were homies with a player, right? You were able to negotiate a position where you were able to successfully work with a person the entire game, and you say, I want to give them second. Why not? But a lot of people think like you. I would say the majority of people think like you. There are often games where I'm in a situation where I would want to do that and I'm not able to. And there's even recently a bunch of comments on my last Fixed Friday, which was I was in a weak third place for a long time. And then the player who saved me, so we essentially teamed up on the third guy. We took him out, but that guy spent more and then lost in the 1v1 at the end. I got a bunch of comments saying, well, Pete, you should have let him win. Should have given him first for saving your life. And my perspective on that is zero fucking chance, right? I would happily give him second if the option was available to me. But there's no chance I would give another player a win in a ranked game. I'm going to play to win 100% of the time I'm alive. Obviously, right? And I think that you all who know me and know my work, Phil says, let them win. Come on. Yeah, I know, dude. It was really funny. Like, you saw that game, right, Phil? The game where it was me and Orange, and then the Magenta player just kept breaking us. So Magenta eventually threw 100 troops into, or Orange threw 100 troops into Magenta, and then I won in the clutch 1v1 because he spent a little too much. But the comments are just like, why didn't you give him the win? He saved your life. And the one side of the equation is, yes, he absolutely saved my life. On the other side of the equation is, I don't give anyone wins. And I don't expect you to give me wins either. I play to win always, and so should you. Basically all I have to say about that. Phil says, yeah, you played well. He should have through less troops. Thanks, man. You know, hearing it coming from Phil means a lot to me. Why would you roll that 3v1? Okay. Kuhl says, I answered your question a bit higher if I have time to read it. Yes, we asked Kuhl what his motivation was. He says, I want to see how high I can get in the leaderboard, since I was the first thing that got me interested into the game. I'm also kind of sending a message about how the ranking system is flawed, getting so high with cheesy setting. Yeah, we agree. The ranking system is still flawed, and I've talked about this on the show more than once. I'm just going to hang out with my capitals. Capitals. Feels good getting 2 caps right off the bat, because these guys can hit and break each other, and they're not going to hurt me. What an open. What an open for the old Peteman. Aries the Fox, if someone saved your life, it's because they thought it would get them the win. They're still playing to win. Well, we don't actually know what he was thinking. And I don't think he saved my life at all. I think he was also as annoyed at that player as me. But yeah, it was certainly not altruistic. How many cards per turn does the second cap generate? Troops. Caps generate 2 troops per turn. You only get 1 card when you take a territory. You can't get more than 1 card, but you can get 0 if you don't take a territory. The only other way to get cards is by making a kill. All right. Thanks Excalibur. Interesting question. Yeah, I feel like you are ethically entitled in a competitive context to do whatever you want, as long as it's not cheating. That's my short answer to your question. Do whatever you feel is right. Play your best game. That's how I often say to people, right? Play your best game. Just do what you think is right. As long as you're not cheating, anything is fair game. That's free for all. Okay. Moving on. Horatio would like to know, hey, Pete, I thought of an additional setting that could be implemented in the game in order to make games more entertaining. Let me know your thoughts on the idea. Create a limit of troops, let's say 100. Where you reach that number, you no longer get any more troops to add. So you're talking player max. You can't get more than a certain number. This locks in both of my capitals if I take that. So I don't think I want to take that. That kind of locks them in as well. There's no good move. This is fine. I can hang out like this for a while. Purple's going to build up to hit this 11, I think. He's probably going to overextend when he does. $17v11. Yeah. He's checking the percentage. I want to be open. I want to be open to take here. Cut down. That's the move. I stack on a single capital now. Okay. Create a limit of troops, let's say 100, where if you reach that number, you no longer get any more troops to add. If you lose troops and go below 100, then you get the chance to gain troops until reaching the time limit again, until reaching the limit again. I feel like this optional setting would incentivize players to use up and attack with their troops, thus advancing the game at a more entertaining pace. Yeah, I mean, more modes are always better. That's what I like to say. So in this situation, a player with a generative advantage wouldn't be incentivized to turtle into infinity. Oh, bad roll. You would want to use up your advantage. I also get the shit roll. Bad. I think I take the card still. But it's not good. It's not what I want to be doing. Because now my caps are blocked. It sucks. Alright, so 7 on 16. No, he opens. Open me. Please open me. Ha! Red quit. Doesn't open me. Smart. Alright, so we're in a 3-player game. Me, purple, and white. Cool. I think white wins this game. This game accelerated quickly. Yeah, more modes are always better. So if you want to like talk about different game modes for Risk, there are a million ideas. What do you think they're going to implement? All right, that's all that matters. Yeah, white wins easy. There's no one's going to stop white. Because I have to, but I won't. I just cap stack. Two locked capitals isn't very good in this context. You needed more players to survive and hit each other. Not have one super strong player by the 5th turn. This game might end quickly. Yeah. Let's see what kind of creative modes maybe we can get added into the game over. Hopefully future period of time where SMG is listening to us more and more. Monsieur Percival, Pete, why aren't you in the 5-a-side tournament? Quatch asked me to play. So I'm shitty at 1v1s. I'm not a good 1v1 player. And as far as 2v2 goes, the nightmare around scheduling 2v2s. 2v2s are impossible to schedule. I am ridiculously busy all the time. Okay? So the frequency at which I've played 2v2s where someone doesn't show up, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's one of your opponents, at the same time you're sitting there with your thumb up your ass fucking waiting. I can't do team Risk if people aren't punctual. Yeah, white's unbeatably large. We're not stopping him. I get second. White's going to punch out purple, and then I get second place. It's going to be a quick one. Okay, Waffles would like to know, hey, Pete. Longtime YouTube watcher. Got interested initially because I loved the way that you took a game that I initially had moved on from super seriously. Yeah, I'm hyper competitive, and actually made it cool. I just downloaded Risk and bought all the DLC, and it's your fault, goddammit. I hope you enjoy. Seriously, though, the struggles with mental illness that you've been through and the way you've been able to ascend to your dream profession with dedication and hard work is totally badass. Just like dem cannons you call arms. Thanks, man. Keep it up. You've made a believer out of me. Oh, yes. A question. How did you first find Risk? And what got you so irascibly addicted to it? And bang. Yeah, why didn't you see that one coming? Too bad for purple. Old perpy boy. I don't know what he was thinking leaving his cap open. What was that plan there exactly? How did I get addicted to it is different than how did I first found it. I first found Risk on the board game on the tabletop with my friends. And I always loved it over the years. I thought about it strategically. I played all manner of different digital Risks over the years. I played on Sega Genesis. I played on emulators. I played PC, Risk 2. I played Lux, which was the very first foray into online multiplayer I got into, and I sucked at it because I was a bad neighbor. And Suicide, not yet. Suicide. Ooh, hold on. He got an okay roll. Stay there. Don't keep attacking. Stay there. Stay on that capital. That capital. Stay on that capital. Pulls the 3 back. All right, still gets 11. Oh. Yeah, purple dies. I get second. Okay, so I got into it at the tabletop. I used to bring my friends over to my place to play. You know, as we get older, that happens less and less, but it was always a big part of my life, just kind of casually. And then when the pandemic came, obviously, there was fuck all to do, and I couldn't play my main hobby, which was Magic the Gathering Commander, because I wasn't able to go to a store and look another human being in the face. So I'm sitting there pecking away at my cell phone, playing this super addictive Risk app. I notice, hey, I'm better than I thought I was. And then the question was, well, how good are you? So I became Grandmaster on my phone first with animations on, by the way. I was already a Grandmaster before I learned to turn the animations off. And then, yeah, then I came to the community. I found the tournament. I found Spud's FFA tournament. Placed second in the world, which is just the perfect thing for me, right? Second, we got to be able to do better than that, right? Purple dies, and I get second place in this game, too. I'll be satisfied with second place in this game. So that's what got me into it. And then, of course, the process of making video on YouTube is very well played. Is insightful. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your game. You learn a lot about other people. But one thing about your comment, Waffles. Seriously, though, the struggles with mental illness you've been through and the way you've been able to ascend to your dream profession with dedication and hard work is badass. I must say 2 things about this sentence. It's not my dream profession. It's your dream profession. So we've already won. Or rather, we've already gotten second. There's no... I mean, what are you beat me? Good game. I can't come back from this. So. Yep. So it was never an aspiration for me, right? You guys got to keep in mind, I'm an old man. I didn't grow up with video game television. So the idea that this is a profession that people aspire to strikes me as very interesting. Dedication and hard work. I made a video every day. It never felt like work for me. It never felt like work at all. It was easy. Which I know kind of condescends. And I don't mean it to. I don't mean it to condescend. But this never felt like work for me, not for a second. 5 dudes, let's go. And it not being an aspiration for me has led me to a place where I don't do that sort of pandering thing, where it's like the dance monkey bullshit, or the fucking god-awful sound alerts, and the... How do I put it? Just the fake... Watch me, I'm going to do what you say, I'm going to be your slave sort of thing, right? It sounds very high-minded to say, I look at video production as an art form. So, I'm doing this work for me. Good art is for the artist first. And, yeah, there's no good luck. You beat me. There's no good luck. This game is over. So I learn a lot about my own game. And I get better. But then the game becomes like, how do I make my show better? How do I make more entertaining TV? So yeah, I guess at some point I aspired to do it. I aspired to do a better job of it. I think about you guys. I care about you guys. I concern myself with how can I make the best show I can make. But as far as a dream job, no. I got dumb lucky that I happen to be a person who you find interesting to listen to. But I'm honored that I have become a person that you would find interesting to listen to. Let's put it to you that way. Because maybe once upon a time I wasn't that, right? Maybe once upon a time I was, less fully formed than I am today. Good game, sir. That went quickly. So, I reached a place in my life at some point where I was living all my dreams, right? I had the house, I had the business, I had the cats, I had the wife, all the shit you could possibly need. But I was drinking every day, and I was miserable. I couldn't figure out why. Because I achieved all my dreams. And you want to talk about dreams? I think dreams are essential. I think you need them. You need the ultimate goal to aspire to. right? And then we find our satisfaction in life out of walking the path towards that goals. That's why I say, like, it's important to have your North Star, your aspiration, and seek it with all your passion, and then see what happens. Like, I'm grateful that I have dreams again, but I still should spend more time thinking about exactly what those dreams are. All right. Got some push-ups in. Little stretch redeem. Do a little stretcher. Everyone, if you want, feel free to join me. Take a quick break out of your seat. Stretch your body. Let me go for here. Ooh, do I do something dumb and take Australia? I don't think so. I don't have any good positions, though. Bad start. Yeah, look how hilariously awful this start is. There's nowhere for me to be. There's no good place for me to go. I don't know. So yellow's going to take this. Black's going to take this. Green's going to take this. Where's Pete? Maybe I go for Europe? Blue's going to take Europe. Yeah, no, there's nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Pete, how do you keep your white tees so clean? Huh? I don't do laundry. You're going to have Asia. Sick. I'll take that. That seems like a great deal. Asia's worth the most, right? All right, we were talking about dreams. We're talking about aspirations. We have been able to ascend to my dream profession. It's much more of a dream for you guys than it is for me. I'm interested in making media. I'm interested in messaging. I'm interested in helping improve your life in the small ways that I can. That's very interesting to me because I want to improve my own life. And if my work can be a benefit to you, then that's just gravy. Oh no, I don't have alliances on? Ugh. I can't talk to these people. I predict that Spud wants to make a prediction. Yeah, you can make a prediction. What's up? Does Pete win or lose this game? This is a classic fix game. So we're playing World Domination Classic, auto fixed, 60 balanced with nothing. Neutral bot and no alliances, which was a mistake. I only tend to want to do these settings with alliances. All right, so let's continue with the Q&A. There is a priority Q&A question, apparently. Bagel would like to know, hello, Peteman, what is the best gift you've ever received, aside from glass objects, and why? Oh, man, the best gift I've ever received. I have to think about it. I hate gifts. So it doesn't jump to mind. I seriously dislike receiving gifts, and I seriously dislike giving gifts. I hate it. So, well, I'll give you guys a childhood memory. Might not be the best gift, but it's the one thing that came to mind. So I'll talk about it. So you guys might know that I celebrate Santa Claus since I was a kid. And Santa Claus is a lot like the story of Christmas, where there's nowhere for me to be. Like, I have to get to Asia, where Santa Claus flies around the world on his flying horse, and he lands on your roof, and he'll leave you presents, little things in your clog, in your wooden shoe by the fireplace. And then on the 5th day, his helper, Schwartz the Beat, comes, gives you a sack of presents if you've been good, takes you in the sack if you've been bad. You can see where some of these Christmas stories have originated, with the reindeer and the stockings and whatnot. So on December the 5th one year, my mother bought me an Ice Planet Lego set. I'll actually bring it up for you guys so you guys can see what it was. Ice Planet Lego. And it was December the 5th, and it was winter. And this is what it looked like. It was called the... Oh no, this is a remake of it. They made a remake of it. Fascinating. That looks super fucking cool. But that's not the thing I wanted to show you. This is the thing I wanted to show you. Yes. Brickpedia. Amazing. Just give me the image. Why won't you give me the image of my favorite gift? So hard. Internet, you're letting me down. Search by images, maybe. That's better. So it's this big ass Lego spaceship. So it detached into 4 pieces. These 2 pods in the front come apart, and then there's a middle section. You can put one of them in the front. You can basically split it into 2 ships. There's a garage in the back with a sliding door, and a little dude with a little ship comes out. There's a big missile hiding in here that pops up. I fucking loved this thing. I still have it. And there was like a bunch of snow that year, and we used to have a big snowbank in front of our house. And I remember playing with this thing in the ice, because it's the Ice Planet themed. And that was you see how it splits off into little pieces? And that was the memory I wanted to share with you guys. It's kind of like configurable, right? Into little pieces. Just like I said, you can split it up. There's the missile. You see, I wasn't talking shit. All right. Great question, Bagel. And now I have my my little nephew. And I like to try and give him a similar experience. So I got him a Lego thing for Santa Claus this year. Maybe he doesn't end up being into Lego, and that's also fine. But you got to pay it forward, right? If I end up having kids of my own, I'm sure I'm going to spoil them, hopefully in the ways that I wasn't, but also not necessarily always having everything I wanted. Kind of gave me the ambition to create it on my own. So I'm grateful. You know, like, something given has no value. That kind of lesson. You appreciate what you earn. I don't think Black leaves North America. So me and Black are in a horrible, horrible, intractable battle for North America. I don't know what to do about this. We banning Kitten? No one's banning Kitten. You want to do a karaoke? No, the karaoke is a Rickroll, folks. Karaoke is a Rickroll. Bagel has a follow-up question in the Twitch chat. Do you not like gifts because the implication you have to think about your reactions or reciprocate? I also find I'd rather just buy gifts for myself and have others do the same for themselves rather than the whole exchange of gifts. Right. So think about it this way, is that I am a lot more qualified to purchase things that I need for myself. And yeah, you don't know how gifts are necessarily going to be received. It was never a big part of my life. Like, if you guys are familiar with this 5 love languages theory, one of them is gift giving. So some people who grow up with it or are temperamentally adjusted to gift giving become very into receiving gifts as a show of love from the person giving. But because I was never like that, I almost take the opposite approach, right? Like, I would rather show my love for someone by treating them kindly, right? By behaving consistently like a predictable man all the time. Yeah, we can do that. See if we can get anything out of our ones. Nope. Nope. Lose the 3v1 too. See that? Yeah, I hate the idea of reciprocating a gift. I hate the idea of worrying about how it's going to be received. I don't know you well enough to guess what you both would want and might need. All of that stuff. So, there we go. Great question. Thank you for the question. Okay. Bold Star would like to know, of the other Risk content creators, who do you think has the most potential / highest quality of content? That is very much a Bold Star type question and very much not a Pete question. I would never think like that. I don't keep score. I don't keep track. This isn't a competition. So the way I've always answered this in the past is I get the most out of Phil's work because I really enjoy Phil's brilliant strategic mind coupled with, he's just a really, kind, decent guy. I'm going to get suicided into by Black if I don't leave. Fuck it. I'll get suicided into by Black. I don't care. Here will be the test, guys. Okay? We're testing a theory. How long can I take cards in North America and block Black before he kills us both? Let's find out. Yeah, so of the other Risk content creators, who do I think has the most potential, highest quality? I think people who think about it in terms of producing the highest quality content. It really depends on what you measure. So, whoa, holy shit. All right, well, that changes things. How does yellow respond to that? That was a terrible move by pink. Okay, here's how I'll answer it. Content creators who spend their time obsessed with the algorithm are going to end up with successful content that is unoriginal, the lowest common denominator, and pandering. But it'll work. Content creators that are original and creative might not receive the same amount of success, but the definition of success highly depends on what you measure. All right, back to the Q&A. Our next question is from Keyfinity. Did Yellow just quit? We don't even see. This is what pisses me off. This is one of the. Nothing fucking pisses me off really in Classic Fix as much as this. If you get slammed into by someone and your game gets ruined, at least hit them back before you quit. Come on. He quit. He probably has cards. He's just like, fuck this game. Bro. Black should go to Africa? Yeah, that would be great if they did. I can't believe Yellow quit. That's so dumb. Maybe Black does go to Africa. But maybe Black Suicide's into me. Let's find out. Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Pete. I hope you're having a great day and stream. I am curious, with your business, what did you do with your grass clippings? Worm bins or composting? If composting was it state or private? You actually can't compost grass clippings. Interesting for people to note. So grass is a super non-environmentally friendly thing, okay? Creating this bullshit green carpet over land that could be used to grow crops, right? Like we pave over, with our cities, we pave over our most productive farmland. You guys might never have connected these dots before, but just bear with me. I'm not a crazy environmentalist, but I do think that there are design elements in play here where we should really pay off. Hit me. Just hit me. He leaves. He's going to go for Africa. Does the Peatman get North America? Get out of here. Peachman. So you have these ridiculous green carpets that you're putting on in front of your home. And in Canada, it only lives like half the year. And some people want it to be as beautiful and as green and as growy as possible. So you end up growing a shit ton of grass clippings. So what do you do with it? Now, there's a certain way it's called mulching, where you cut the grass frequently enough, cut about a third of the blade off. That grass is mostly water, like 90% water, so it dries off and it decomposes and it grows a lot, so it decomposes before the next week. But certain times a year, particularly before the 6th week, so in Ontario, grass will grow. Sorry, we're going to get right into the weeds here, pun intended. But I know a lot about this, so I can talk about this shit forever. So grass starts growing first week of May. And by the 5th week, first week of June, 6th week, 2nd week of June, it seeds. So it goes through this really aggressive growth process where heavy growth tears up to week 5. Week 6, you get the seed shoots too. So if you don't bag it, you end up with a lot of mess that you just can't distribute. You can't make a person's home look good. So you bag it, and then you're producing waste. So what do we do with this waste? I try my best not to bag if at all possible. Ontario has leaf bag pickup at the curb in some municipalities. In some municipalities, you have to bring it to the... Just break. Some municipalities, you have to bring it to the dump. So this is waste. And it is so environmentally, biologically active that you can't compost it. Grass clippings smell like all anything. And they're very toxic. There's a lot of chlorophyll. And then there's a lot of fertilizers in there if people are also putting all sorts of crazy chemicals on their lawn to make it look super green. All right, folks, that's about as long as I think anyone cares to listen to me talk about grass. I've been in the business for my entire adult life, right? 2 decades plus. So I know a lot about it. But unfortunately, it turns out that you don't really get paid. Connect yourself. Get out of my North America. Connect yourself. Hit the 8 through the 3. The 8 through the... that works too. Perfect. And get out. Thank you. Black will be happier there. Good. So now I have to take... a lot to get the North Am. And I still don't have a 10 trade. It'll be fine. Magenta's fucked, though. And Magenta deserves to be fucked because they shouldn't have slammed into yellow. Okay. So... our next question is from Becky. What is your favorite Jackbox.tv game and why? Is it Trivia Murder Party? It is Trivia Murder Party. It is. I love trivia. I've come up with a super secret meta strategy to Trivia Murder Party that I will not share with you all here. But Spud knows. Spud says Quiplash is the shit. Spud can recall playing the old Peatman with Trivia Murder Party once or twice, I'm sure. Sure you can recall, my friend. We had good times together. You just trying to solve Trivia Murder Party? No, I'm just, you know. I just like winning games. I know a decent amount of trivia, so I tend to be all right with that one. And thank you for the question. All right. Our next question is from Rope. Good morning, evening. Being an active YouTuber, have you ever tried disc golf? The community is very friendly and it does not take a lot of money to get started. Thank you for all that you do. No, never actually played frolf or disc golf, whatever. Not opposed to trying, but no, never ended up doing it. Are you going to tout the benefits of frolf, Mr. Rope? As far as the thank you, you're very welcome. What round is it? This is the second trade, so round 8? Yes. Round 8. I need to kill yellow, not just take an 8. Exactly. If I'm going to hit that 7... Oh, fuck. Horses. If I'm going to hit that 7, I'm going to kill yellow. So I need to set that up. Okay. Our next question is from Jedi Mind Gaming. Hey, Mr. Peatman. I saw the other evening on your weekly wrap-up that you answered my previous question and gave some good advice. Try my best. I'm wondering if it would be okay to record some footage from your video and record my own reaction and response to it on YouTube. Yes. You are now part of the daily routine here, and your daily video comes out around midnight. Me and my girlfriend wait patiently each night before we sleep. We both love your content and you. Oh, we both love you and your content. Thank you, man. I love you too. Browsing YouTube one night, I randomly clicked on your video with zero previous risk knowledge of existence or context of the channel. But somehow, a few seconds of browsing quickly turned me into a permanent fan, and you becoming part of my daily schedule with my girlfriend and now enjoying playing Risk on my days off and even making videos of my own. You're an inspiration, sir. I can't thank you enough. I'm even starting to think about ways to improve my health, both body and mind. On that note, I'm going to go do 10 push-ups right now in your honor. Guys, how do you beat that? Right? Someone says something like that to you. How do you beat it? Magenta's too aggressive for the stalemate. Yeah, well, they slammed into yellow here. How do you beat it? Like, thank you, Jedi. Thank you, man. I love you too. Keeps me going. It makes doing this work more worthwhile. And it's never gonna be worth it to kill yellow. I just take the bonus. Someone else can kill yellow. Maybe if they let me hold the bonus. I don't think blue breaks me. So maybe I can take it next turn. Maybe green sets and tries to take it now. Yeah, green takes it. Good for green. Really strong lead for green. Why can't you compost grass? You can't compost grass because too much of it makes it anaerobic. Oh, it chokes the oxygen. That's why. Anaerobic. Too much of it chokes the oxygen. Okay. Not just grass with high chemicals. Any amount of grass clippings that too much of it. Oh man, black was lined up. They could kill pink. I don't think he breaks me. I think he goes pop and fortify. Maybe he breaks me. Full fortify. Lovely. I have stable borders in the Mexico, Venezuela, and the Iceland-Greenland corridor without alliances. This is going well. Now what does Pink do? Pink's fucked. Pink is totally fucked. And so is Green long term, unless Green can do something frisky. Yeah, now everyone's going to say, why would you keep breaking? Oh no, don't break me. Okay, good. And I'm not in his sphere of influence, so he doesn't break me. We finally get to hold North America. Oh, baby. We finally get to hold North America. You can compost grass. You just have to layer it. I compost all the time. Well, exactly, right? So you can't take a big-ass fucking bag of grass. Okay, so let me qualify what I am saying. Me, as a service provider, pulling off bags and bags and bags of grass off of many people's houses per day, it would be impossible for me to compost grass because it would require so many more compost bins than I could possibly fit on a property. There's always a qualification to everything I fucking say, as if I don't know what I am talking. Okay. Our next question is from Swiftwright. Philosophy, who do you choose, Plato or Aristotle, and why? He's gonna break me. Doesn't. I like Plato. Aristotle got too big. Black may kill magenta now. Skips. Cool. Yeah, I'm more of a Plato guy. Dude, magenta is just the worst. Everyone wants to kill this guy. I subscribe to the philosophy of Kevin Hart. Oh yeah, what's that? Kill him. Make him die. Yes! Make him die! Ha ha! Well done. Somebody needed to kill that guy. All right. We are in a 4-player situation. Green is the strongest player at 81 troops. Blue is the weakest at 36. I'm at 42 in the middle, tied with black. Blue's going to give black Africa. I think black takes it. Think black takes it. I'm going to bury my stack in Alaska. Yeah, I don't think black's going to give Africa to green. I think black's going to take Africa for himself and sit in one of these positions, maybe even mid-east. Green's fucked. Green didn't push their advantage enough to get out of this situation. Now they're in trubs. Ooh, interesting play. That's good for me. That's really good for me. Okay. We have a risk question. A bunch of YouTube streamers have been teaching thousands how to collude for months, and now they complain about collusion. Huh? The fix for people entering the same game with the intention of collusion is to limit them from playing together until they've played a certain number of games separately. The number of games should be as large as possible without making filling the games too difficult. Time does not work because people play widely different games, a number of games per week. Okay, I agree with the second part. Yeah, you could limit it to a number of times. So we are not teaching anyone how to collude. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I consistently remind people not to cheat at Risk. So I'm not exactly sure what the meaning there was. Maybe I misunderstood, but I would very much take exception to the implication that I am teaching people how to collude at Risk, to the point where I would be inclined to find that offensive, although I don't think that's what you meant. But yes, I've also been a strong advocate that the devs should code prevent players from colluding, because it would benefit us in two different ways simultaneously. It would benefit us in the sense that we wouldn't have to play as much collusion, and it would benefit us in the way that our confirmation bias wired brains wouldn't have to worry about it. Reporting players for collusion is super dumb, and every time that topic comes up, I like to repeat myself on that note. And now it is time to give Mr. Rwand his push-ups. Hey, thank you, Sean Scott, for the biddies. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. All right, I'm almost caught up to green now. Green's in a sitch. Too bad for green. Didn't know what to do with his Australia gift. Okay, great. Great. Green decided to piss off me and blue simultaneously, making two enemies for the price of one. Beautiful. Beautiful move. Yep. Yep. Now what? Now what are you going to do? He realizes he's fucked. Green, that's a big bag of grass. Too bad you pissed off a lawn care specialist. Nice. Yeah, green's fucked. All three of us are going to be generating 5 plus 5, and he's going to be generating plus 2, and then he will become the weakest player. Green still has the most true speed. He has no idea what to do. Yeah, he's done. Okay. Yeah. A bunch of YouTube streamers have been teaching thousands how to collude for months. No, we've been teaching thousands how to play Risk. Now we complain about collusion. No, we've always been complaining about collusion. The fix for people entering the same game, yeah, the game needs to prevent that from happening. Yep, I've said it before. I could talk about this, but I've said my piece. Nothing wrong with teaching people how to play the game. And just a reminder, folks, if you're new to the show, if you have any exterior means of communication with any other player in a ranked game, you are cheating. Don't do it. That means don't play ranked with your friends. That means don't play any games on Discord, with a phone call, with text. If you're on a streamer's stream and you join their stream, that's cheating. Don't do it. Okay. Every time it's cheating. It's going to hit my 72? You obviously can't be trusted with extra territories. Okay. ESP? Yes, it includes ESP. Joining my freaking ranked games via stream. Losers. Lol. Yeah, man. Well, people are losers. We're not, this is not news to anybody. I don't know why you would lock your 54, though. You put it out, take Africa, I think, and threaten someone to break. Black is allowing themselves to fall behind in a way that they shouldn't, or at least in a way that I wouldn't if I was in their position, right? Because South America plus Africa equals the same as me and blue. What am I, in second place now? No, well, what do you do if you're green? You're fucked. Black should take African stack in Middle East, easy game, right? You should be right here. Single stack here, and then blue can push their stack out to Ukraine, and we choke out the green. 100%. Okay. Set. Ah, Joker. Green, I'm not going to let you do anything ever. Just get him under wall. No troops for you. That was your last chance to break me. Okay. Our next question is from Shiggle Britches. What are your honest, unbridled opinion about these R2 settings? What would you change, if anything? Okay. Well, it came up. I said earlier on in the show, I was not going to editorialize. This is my chance to editorialize. So, as part of the news show, I'm not going to editorialize. As part of my Q&A, it's like people asking Pete a question. I will answer as honestly as I can. Capital Conquest mode is a non-viable competitive tournament mode. That's my opinion. Why would Black break me? He's not. He's just punishing blue for some reason? Because he wanted Africa. Good. Let these guys hit each other. Lovely. Okay. I'll say it again. Don't open the 97. I'll say it again. Capital Conquest mode is not viable for competition. That's my opinion. Why? So, the most important thing, your risk competition has to be, the most important thing, is fun. If your game is not fun, your players are losing the game by my definition. Okay? The reason Capital Conquest mode isn't fun is because most human beings can't write a blank check of time and sit for hours. Whoa! Full suicide. And sit for hours and wonder. I don't do anything. Yeah, most players can't sit for hours and wonder when their game's going to end. People have lives. Now, if the game was dynamic, strategically interesting, exciting, then they probably would enjoy their experience. But the thing about cap stalemates is it's take a card and pass, potentially for hours until someone has to pee, disconnects, suicides, or makes a mistake. Okay? With reasonably good players, that shit doesn't happen. So you could sit for, what did Sterling play? 11 plus fucking hours? Okay. It's cruel. It's cruel to do, and it's so short-sighted. Because, like, to take your players, say, here's this great, look at me, right? Here's this great tournament, sign up, it'll be tons of fun. They're like, okay, cool. Let's see how fun this Risk tournament is. And then, why would green stack there? Very interesting. Let's see how fun this Risk tournament is. Oh, here's this round 2. I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, it's Prague Capitals. I hear that could take a long time. Oh, wait, there's stable portals, so there's no way to card block to make sure it takes a long time? Like, it's so cruel. And it's short-sighted. You want your players to have the most amount of fun. And black did the same thing as yellow. Black got hit and then quit. Don't get hit and then quit the game. No. No. Crazy 1969. At least punish the player who hurt you. You're going to let blue hold 2 bonuses. No. Oh, that's so annoying. Can't believe it. Now what happens? Blue seals Australia? Oh, man. Green's going to suicide it. Okay, I was hoping you would. Okay. Well. What do I do with this board? Interesting board. I often say, and I use this line from Mark Rosewater, who is the lead designer of Magic. Don't punish your players for playing. How am I going to do my job of promoting Risk, showing the competitive viability, turning this game into the esport, making it as popular, if not more popular than chess? How am I going to do that? White breaks me. Sure. Okay. See what he does here. How am I going to do my job if we don't give players fun settings? They're just going to leave. They're going to vote with their feet. They're going to quit the game. Good for green for maintaining his advantage. I'll put right here. Yep. Set. Well, let's get a good roll. Oh, nah, I don't think I'd do it. I was so close to slamming into fucking green, man. But now I have more troops. Maybe I kill him on 3 cards. What do you think about a slider tab modifier that removes content bonuses from a map? Do I think that would make World on Prague more viable? World on Prague is viable. What do you mean? Oh, for competition? What's the question? Play me until I want my points. Yeah, I'm going to kill green. Don't worry. I'm going to kill him now. He dies. He dies now. Fuck this guy. And break me twice. I've had enough of you. Oh, baby. Yeah, guys, we're going in. We're going in, folks. Let's fuck his butt. Blue wins? I don't think blue wins. Yeah, I think blue does that. Yeah, that's right. I win. I win this game of Risk, ladies and gentlemen. I win this game. Got him. Oh, man. Oh, baby. I love it. I love it. So hilarious. Let's see if I get it this turn. Good. Yeah, good game, bro. Well played. Ooh, failed the 3v1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I win. Can I stall for a few turns? Why? Oh, because the bet was to go a certain number of rounds? No, guys, I'm not stalling the game. GG. All right, so I was on a rant about the settings. To answer your question, Shiggle Britches, what, if anything, I would change? I would change the stable portals. They should not have been there. They will ensure a stalemate. I would change the semi-auto setup, make it auto. And I would say that there's only a very, very small, limited number of viable progressive caps maps, if any. So progressive capitals needs to be used very, very sparingly in competitions. Certainly not once a season. That's way too often. Okay? Defeating 2 novices and 3 intermediates. Ladies and gentlemen, take a quick look at my community poll. If you haven't put your votes in, I want data, okay? I want data. I want to make a case, make an argument that says this is what your players want, not me. No one gives a shit about Pete's opinion. I don't give a shit about Pete's opinion, okay? I give a shit about helping design a tournament for a community that is growing and healthy and vibrant. I care about the most fun for the most people. Best of luck to everyone who is alive in round 3. I hope you had a ton of fun. If you didn't make the cut, I will be promoting these tournaments for next season. I will be promoting tournaments when they open. That's my job. I'm the hype guy. I'm the cheerleader. Let's go. I also am really enjoying this style of program where I get to keep you guys up to date as far as what's going on in the community. I'm going to create a thread on my Discord for the upcoming dev game where you can ask SMG your questions. We'll create a system where the cream rises to the top and the good questions get upvoted, and then I can present to them ideas they might like to talk about. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love you. For all of you on the path to world domination. Good games and good luck.